And I have been talking now for quite some time, so I'm just going to look at one last area to look at really. And a lot of the focus of the website at the moment of Intent Lens is looking at things from where you've already written content, and you've put your message out there, but you want to analyze it and check it and make sure it's okay. Which is absolutely fine, which is really good. And a lot of people, they put their website up there, they put their marketing up there, they just want to get up and running, they just want to start the ball rolling. And then they start adding to the website and building content and blog pages and different things and that sort of thing, which is really, really good. And that is the way that a lot of people go. But sometimes you just want to, you've got an idea, you want to put some content out there, but you're not quite sure. You want to just basically brainstorm it, get some ideas flowing. So we have this content research tool here as well. So you can, if you go in the view option here, you can see all of your content research things that you've done. So you might be coming up with an idea about what you could probably do. And you want to sort of, test it out, just see, is it going to work out? Is it all right? What could I do with this content? So you can start an analysis, and there's different ways of doing this where you can freeform. So you can write stuff in here, whatever you want to write. You can upload, content like a Word document or a PDF document, and it will read that data from there and analyze that and give you some response back on that. And there's a form here as well. So you want a bit more in depth and a little bit more about what you're trying to do, your target audience is and things like that. You can write that in here, and then it will give you, when you analyze that content, it will just be more specific to what you are deciding things to be. So, your tone of voice, your content type that you're trying to write, target audience, you put your description in there, your content goals, your keywords, your target platforms, any budgets and timelines and things, all these things. You fill in this, it gives you a much more detailed way of doing it. But for a lot of people, they just want to write down what it is that they're trying to do. So what we're going to do in this, we're going to do a freeform option here. And this is how most people would probably want to use it. And so they would just go in here and they would type something in. So in light of sort of talking about pump gyms, we're going to just say we want to write a blog post about different classes that are available to our users, and when they can attend and what they are. So just really basic there. So this is what they want to write about. So let's analyze this and see what it comes up with, see what it says. So it's going through this, it's analyzing the data there. It's done that, which is great. So that this is what you've written as to what you wanted to do. And it's saying recommended approach. This is interesting. So, the strategic approach should focus on creating a clear, concise and visually appealing guide to the available classes. This will involve detailed descriptions of each class, including benefits, skill levels, schedules, and instructors if applicable. The content should be organized logically, making it easy for users to find information they need quickly, with a strong call to action. So, just by typing in this very small amount of text in here, we've looked at that, we've analyzed it and gone, right, so this is what we feel, what the tool feels that your approach should be. This is what you need to do. Who's the target audience? The target audience will depend on the type of classes offered. However, generally the audience consists of individuals interested in learning new skills. So, maybe we want to look at this area a bit more and target down a little bit more about what we want to do. And the content type, we've already said that we wanted to create a blog post. So it's a blog post with strong visual components, so images and videos. Blog posts can be further enhanced with interactive elements like a class calendar or registration form. So this is telling me now what I should be writing or what I should be doing, what the content of this particular article that we might want to write is going to feature. We got some bits and pieces in here, so optimization recommendations, clear, concise language, structure the content with headings, subheadings, to keep it SEO compliant. Include detailed schedules, high quality images, create FAQs. I mean, that's super important if you're going to be doing this for the purpose of obviously AI search visibility. That's really important. So optimize your content for mobile devices. Again, really important, especially people that go to gyms or are kind of on the go all the time. They want to be able to check in and book their classes quite easily and quite quickly. And obviously, yeah, user testimonials are key to anything that you do to build trust. So that's really, really important. So it's giving us some recommended sort of platforms that we could put these things. So we could obviously our company website, on a blog section, in our emails. We can create social media stuff. We can do online class platforms like Teachable or whatever. So that's great. Marketing strategies. So run targeted social media ads to reach potential students based on demographics and interests. So it's giving you some ideas about some strategies that you could do. So partner with local businesses or organizations to cross promote classes. So much information here in just this one page that you could do based on your business or service or product that you're trying to provide. So this is gold, really. This is amazing. So target keywords that you might want to put in here. So class schedule, class name, skill level classes, online classes. It's giving you, again, keywords that you could focus on when you're writing your content, which is great. Now, we actually, because this is a blog post, we've gone one step further here and then provided generate a blog post for that. So you've written your original content idea, what you want to do. We've looked at the recommended approaches, the target audience and content types. And then what we're going to do is actually have the tool generate that blog post for you. And if we open this up here, we get our SEO data, our descriptions, our keywords, we'll get into there. This will need some editing to be right, but it's just pointing you in the right direction. And then it's giving you a blog post. There you go. That's everything you need to get up and running. Yes, you may need to rewrite it or change the wording or whatever, or make it more personal or more humanized to you, more human to you. And, continuously writing articles using AI isn't always the recommended way, but this is a good starting point. It's giving you things to think about. It's got a bit of a headline here. So, a bit of an introductory bit of text, obviously your company name, so I want you to put that in there. Discover your perfect class, whatever. There's various classes that you could put in there. Some FAQs for your AI. So it's giving you a little bit of a boilerplate there of what you could write into it, and what you could put into that blog post. So let's say it's not a complete blog post as exactly what the final thing, but it really, really should help you focus more on what you want to do. So again, it's just a utility, and it works really, really well. And again, just opens your eyes, gets you thinking about things, and that's what the point is for all of this. So when you've done that, you can save these reports out. Save the blog post, copy the HTML if you wanted to, or download the HTML or even just download it as text. And you could, use that in other platforms or in your WordPress site if that's what you're using, to sort of dump it in and then just tweak it or change it about or whatever you're doing. So that's really, really helpful, So that's a bit of a roundup of Intent Lens and giving you some ideas about what it does and how useful it is, what you can do with it. So again, it's about focusing on your messaging, focusing on your intention, focusing on the things, your brand visualization, how you compare to other brands, what's your messaging like, how is your messaging, how does your intention, how do you intend your perception of your business, product or service, whatever it is, how are you perceived within the marketplace, within the world online. You want people to come to you, you want people to buy from you. What do you look like? What's your message? What you're telling them? And it's about just looking at all of those things and then using the tool to help you have those discussions and move forward. And at the end of the day, is to bring more people through the door and make a purchase. And that's what it's all about. But anyway, thank you for your time and listening. I'll produce more different things as we go to help with the content so that you've got more things. But as it's quite a long introduction there, so we'll leave it at that, and thank you very much.